Welcome to Walking with Jesus Bible Study. We are going to be in the book of Psalms, chapter 32, verse 7. Thou art my hiding place. Thou shalt preserve me from trouble. Thou shalt compass me about with songs and deliverance, saith. I'm going to repeat that. Thou art my hiding place. Thou shalt preserve me from trouble. Thou shalt compass me about with songs of deliverance, saith. God is our refuge. He is our place of rest. He is our security. As children of God, we have a total assurance of our security because God is our Father, and the promises He had made are eternal. God has promises to keep us from the wiles of the enemy and sees us through challenges, through temptations. Because of His word, the Bible is filled with these assurances so that we should never forget just how faithful He is to us. We should give everything. Give everything that we have. Our stress, our worries, our troubles, our burdens. Give it to God. Give it to God. Jesus tells you Himself in the scriptures for to take upon my yoke. Give me your burden and take upon yourself my yoke, because my yoke is light. Give it to God. He will help you carry it. That means He will be through you through all times, no matter what you're going through, whether it seems impossible. There's a lot of people going through such a big mess that has to do with job and all this and that they literally, even though they're Christians, so-called Christians, and believe in God, I've heard them actually say, oh, this is no place for God. This has nothing to do with God. This is something I'm just going to have to handle on my own. This is not a godly thing. How is it not for God? God created any and everything. And if this is a man that can produce power with plagues, produce miracles, can move mountains, can open up the earth and swallow thousands of peoples and then close the earth back up, that can raise the dead, how can He not solve your problem that has to do with either scrutiny, work, embezzlement, stabbing somebody in the back? He's seen it all. He's been through it all. God's been around since the beginning of time. And all the things that He has seen so much uncleanness, unholiness, that He has literally destroyed whole cities that was full of nothing but sin. People that was having sex with angels and having sex with beasts and creating half-breeds and doing this and that and giants and dinosaurs and all this stuff. He has seen it all. Such evilness that He even flooded all of the old creation. Everything up in it. That He pretty much knows what you're going through and can understand and can help you find a way out of it. There is nothing too great for our God. And He has the time. There's a lot of people who doesn't think that their troubles are even worth it. Oh, this is minute. You know, it's not that big, and God's so busy with all these the evil and the sins in the world. I used to be one of those people. I was like, man, I know it's not that I didn't trust God, that I didn't know that I didn't believe that He couldn't do it. I just felt that I just didn't need to bother Him with such things. With all the stuff that's going on in the world, why would I bother Him with something so little, so small, so meaningless? It is nothing compared to the evil that's out there. I don't want to bother Him. I don't want to distract Him. He's got so much already on His plate. We got to remember He's God. He can hear everything all at once. He can answer everything all at once. He can do everything all at once. So nothing is too small. Nothing is not important to God. First of all, when we are his children, we are important. We matter to him. No matter who we are, no matter what we've done. He's got every single hair on our head numbered. He took detailed and making sure that your fingerprint matches nobody else out of all the billions of people on this earth that has come and gone. That's how much you matter. That's how important you are to him. So no matter what's going on in your life, it matters. Your pain, your sorrow, it matters to God. And just because you don't think that nobody else cares about it, and then people act like so, that and treat you as such, you got to remember that you do matter. And that it's not up to them. It's up to God, and you do matter to God. This whole book, this Bible, is nothing but a letter to you to remind you that he loves you and he will do anything for you no matter what you have done. Just talk to him. Man, I love that song. One of my favorite songs from back in the old days is Jesus on the Main Line. Tell him what you want. It's a good old song. Call him. Talk to him. Tell him about it. Because it matters. It is important. He wants to hear it. Everything in these scriptures keeps on telling you, seek him. That means go to him. Tell him about it. Yes, he's all-knowing. But he still wants you to tell him. It's very obvious in the scriptures because it keeps telling you that he knows everything. He knows everything from the beginning. He knows everything to the end. He knows what we're thinking. He knows what's in our hearts. But yet he still keeps on telling you to what? Go to him. To pray to him. To tell him about it. Because what? He's letting you know that you matter. No matter what it is. That he cares. He wants to hear you tell him. Even though he already knows, he still wants you to talk to him. There's a lot of people that go on heavy in their minds. Says, oh man, God already knows. Why do I need to bother him? Why do I need to tell him? Because by doing so, it makes it seem like it doesn't matter. It makes it seem like it's important. Like, why even bother? No, bother him. He loves helping his children. He loves showing you what a great and awesome father he is. He loves showing you that he's there for you. He loves letting you know that he understands everything that you're going through. This whole book just keeps on reminding you just how much and how important you are to him. So much so, not only did he give us, somebody gave this word. Hundreds of people he had sitting there getting together and made them perfectly come up together with these books to let you know, to inform you that you matter. That your relationship with him matters. That we need to get close to him. That he's your father. He's your best friend. He is your everything. And for somebody who is your everything, there's a lot of people sure not talking to somebody. Man, when we're madly in love with somebody, we're just wrapped around the finger 24/7. We got to conversate. We got to know. If somebody's in love with us and they don't talk to us and we've been on a conversation with them like nonstop 24 hours for weeks and all of a sudden it just stops. You're like, what's going on? What's up? Some people get close and then they think, okay, they're good, and then they forget and then they just don't come back for another while. We got to make sure we stay steady. We got to give as long as we take. If we're going to keep taking these blessings, taking these gifts, we got to make sure we give back. A relationship is both ways. It's not just one-sided. Otherwise, it's not a relationship.